Hello and welcome to another opportunities video here for members only. What we do in these videos, we are looking at charts that, well, we normally cover as well. Sometimes charts from the signals. Sometimes I add a new chart, something that is potentially interesting for a possible breakout trade, or coins that possibly have already seen their bear market low. Basically coins that sort of play by the rules, because there are a lot of coins where the chart is just a mess. They might be in a lifetime downtrend or so. And if we have charts, however, that look interesting, where we see some structure, where we could get a breakout soon, then at least, these are sort of the coins I want to cover. Yeah, where we could expect something interesting soon, because with a lot of these lifetime downtrend coins, one example is ICP, there's just not much happening, right? And surely they can also go up, and surely it wouldn't be the first time that coins that are in a lifetime downtrend do something crazy. But if you buy into coins like these, it's just crazy, because it's just catching a falling knife without any kind of signal. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy certain coins, but if you don't have a strategy or plan just to sort of, catch the falling knife, it's just, your money is too valuable for that, okay? So at least wait for a signal. At least that's what I am doing. But hey, we cover here some coins that have certain opportunities. Obviously ETH, always here, because this is interesting at the moment. Yeah, I cover that in the ETH video as well at length, but this here is really just an express update. Key breakup point here would be the B wave high at 12.23, 12.24. Getting above that would be a first indication that we are going to move up higher here for ETH, and that we could see a wave 3 up there. Just may have to change here a little bit. This could be a small additional 1-2 setup that we've seen here today, so quite volatile. This is really just a short-term view, but looking at the very short term, this could take us to around 12.30 in the first instance. Yeah, if we have a even smaller 1-2 setup here, the wave 3, but overall this should at least take us to 12.70, this movement. Unless we drop below 11.95, I think then we're going to break down, and we'll see first of all 11.67 roughly, yeah. But at the moment this is looking interesting. This could be a 1-2 setup where we're now moving into a wave 3. Looking at BNB, yeah, I've got my problems with this count, or chart at least. We have the situation where, due to the length of the sell-off here, this could now be, yeah, we need to consider this yellow count, which would take us to $140. As I said before, as long as we hold above 215, there is nothing bearish on this chart. I'm still going with that, but obviously the closer you get to that support level, the more risky it gets, yeah. In terms of probability of breaking the support level. On the flip side, if you want to enter a long trade, I gave you a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, the target of $220. If anybody set a limit order there, you're probably a happy person, but be aware, all we have done now is move up, and we see some kind of a bullish pennant here. Yeah, certainly 5 waves up are possible here. We can count 5 waves up. This could be a triangle pattern. In the end, what we need to understand is it is possible to break out from here now. It shouldn't really go any lower than the previous low, because if it does, yeah, the 215 level is still possible, but then at the latest from there it needs to move up if we want to stay in this sort of bullish 1-2 setup, yeah. But the 1-2 setup will get very unlikely below $215. And here in the very short term, we can say that we had here a 1-2 setup in small. This is valid as long as we hold above the $227 level. Above that, below that, it will get very unlikely. This is holding below 227. We might make another low. As long as we hold 215 there, we can restart again to the upside. But yeah, I think just be careful at the moment with all the Binance rumors, everything that's going around. It's certainly, if it's true or not, I don't know, but it's all about the sentiment around it. So just be aware that this coin could act a little bit more volatile than in, let's say, normal conditions. So next we've got Mask. Mask, the idea is to get into this support area between $1.54 and $2.05. It's an interesting chart. That's certainly something that will get interesting around 190, I think, sort of in this support area. We have 5 waves up off the low here in October, and 3 waves down at the moment, and this could become something. Has it bottomed already? I don't think so. What we've done so far is a very clear 3-wave move to the upside, so we should get another low. Just be careful. This chart is generally a risky chart because it is in a lifetime downtrend, yeah? But this is one of the coins where I'm saying at least we have a signal. We have a first signal, we've got a first impulse up, and it could maybe emerge out of this lifetime downtrend mess. And if it does, it could become an interesting one for the next bull run. So I want to see how it reacts in this support area. If it does a first 1-2, I may buy in. Maybe I'll already scale in around 190. I'm not entirely sure yet. But this is certainly the support area where it could turn around. Then we've got GMX. GMX is certainly still one of the more interesting charts here. There are 2 scenarios depending on the wave count. Either we're holding the yellow support area and could go up from here. That is sitting between $44 and $49.50. We are now in this support area, and the move up from here is possible all the way up to $100 and maybe even more. And then if the yellow support area doesn't hold, we still have the white support area. So that means if we drop below the $44 level, or certainly below the previous low, which is here at 43, then we have another chance to find support in this area between $30 and $37 and move up from there. This is all based on Fibonacci levels. It just is when this count isn't holding, this support level isn't holding, we're going to drop into the next one. I don't see anything really bearish on this chart until we drop below $15. It is naturally higher risk because it is a very young chart, but this could be a 1-2 setup. We could now be in the 3rd wave, but within the 3rd wave, we've got our sub waves, yeah. And this is one support area. If that fails, then we've got another one here. If that fails as well, it will get a bit difficult, but then we could just say that we had an A wave overshooting wave B, and we come down in C. If we get into this yellow support area again, and then we could max that out all the way down to $15, but then still restart from there. So there are much more bearish charts out there at the moment. This one doesn't actually look too bad. MATIC continues to go, continues to be on the way, in my opinion, into the $55 to $47 range. Again, nothing really bearish on this chart until we drop below $47. I think we're getting into a situation here where we have maybe some short-term upside. I have to move that wave to here now, where we have some short-term upside potential like Bitcoin and Ethereum into the region around, here 84 to 90 cents. Exception is if we suddenly start to break down and go below 77 cents, then we are, did I say dollars? No, cents. Then we are probably going to go down straight away. And if we break above this resistance level, which is around 80 cents, then we are probably going to get into this target area here, which is the larger resistance area, but at the same time a target area for the wave 2 that you can see before a breakdown of wave 3 could occur. And then we could get into this area. Is this really opportunity? I'm not sure. The opportunity here would be either a short trade from this resistance area to the downside in a wave 3, or the scaling in this yellow support area where we're still quite far away from. Optimism has sort of morphed into something I don't really like. We had a potential here off this low, which was the low on the 22nd of November, to move up into something to the upside here in something that we could call a leading diagonal in a wave 1. As I always say, if we have a leading diagonal, we need to wait for the support. If you have a diagonal pattern, it's always messy, and you need to wait for confirmation in support, which would be this area. We've come into this. You can see how relevant that is, between 89 cents and $1. We can move up from here, certainly, but unfortunately the price doesn't really do much. So a first good indication that we are going to move up from here in what you could consider possibly a wave 3 to the upside, that would be a move above the $1 level. So if we get above the 50% Fib retracement, that would be a first signal that we are going to move up in a third wave. This is still possible as long as we're holding the 88 cent level. The problem is we've come and maxed out this white support area. We've even dropped below it a little bit, and now we're just trolling around. We're not really reacting to it in a bullish way. So this is still risky. I don't have much confidence this is still going to work out. When we get into these support areas, it's always important to see how does the price actually react to it. What does the price actually do? There isn't really a lot of movement, and to be honest, the move down looks quite impulsive. It looks actually like a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3. Oops, no, didn't want to do that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, it's not really great. And the move up now could become a 3-wave move, A, B, C, and then we would break down further. So just be aware, all of these possibly good trade setups or long trade setups are being challenged. But I'm showing you here, obviously with MATIC, for example, some short trade setups as well. Here's the same situation with AAVE. We also have a possible bullish count here, 1, 2, as you're aware from the AAVE videos. But then again, it's also maxing out what it can do in the bullish count. Below basically $53, this is probably going to break down in the $40, maybe even $30 region. RUNE is also something that just doesn't want to put in a 5th wave, I think. It's also like Optimism in a leading diagonal. But here we haven't even seen the wave 2 support yet. So this could become 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5th wave to the upside. I wouldn't have any trust in this leading diagonal, possible beginning of an uptrend, until I see the 5 waves complete. We haven't seen that yet. That would form a wave 1 and then coming down in a wave 2. I will keep you aware and make you aware, keep you updated in the signals channel. I will make some videos as well should we see something about RUNE here. RUNE could have bottomed, yeah, certainly, but I would need to see the 5 waves up to trust it, then a wave 2 down, hold key support around 78.6% fib level, and then we can be more confident the trend has shifted. At the moment, I'm still, especially with the latest development here, which just doesn't really look impulsive to the upside. I mean, it is a diagonal pattern, but we're still hovering below resistance here at 143. So yeah, I'm still leaning towards the blue count, which would still head down lower, to be honest, maybe into the $1 region, maybe even lower. And we've got Chili's, same situation. All of these good trade setups get challenged. We came down, we didn't drop below the 10-cent level. I told you below 10 cents, I'm out. I still have a long trade open here. The problem that I have with this chart now is we've come down very low. Okay, we're holding the 10-cent level at the moment. We've moved up, yeah, not too bad. But this was only a 3-wave move in my opinion. And we're now hovering sideways. Not very exciting. So also here we have a good chance to break down lower, especially if we break below, I would say, this significant swing low here at 10.7 cents. That could then send us down to 10 cents and lower. On the flip side, a break above 11.5 cents might finally start a move up, but it should really be a rally. If it's not a rally, then we have a problem here. And it will probably be only a corrective move up in that case. And Quant, QNT, yeah, just hovering around. Not too much happened after my last video. I think we are still going to go lower from here. I mean, we currently hit the resistance area there. This yellow ascending trend line. And the wave count still is pointing here further to the downside here in this sort of, in my last video I made this sort of micro count here where I showed we could move down in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still lower in this green support box. I mean, the summary basically is just that I have no evidence here that this has bottomed yet, but as long as we are in the green support area, this is certainly an opportunity that could send us up to around $400 in the first instance. Not in one straight line, of course, but as long as we're holding the $80 level, I consider this move up as an impulse, yeah, to around $230, and then coming down in wave 2, we should move up next in wave 3, and that could again take us to around $400. Yeah, these are all the opportunity coins. I mean, maybe we can add Atom here as well, but it's a similar situation. Atom has a chance to finish its move down here in this yellow support area between $8 and $6.89 or $6.88. We haven't reached it yet, but the move up here still looks quite corrective to me. So I'm still leaning towards one more low here in this area, into this area, and then we can continue to move up from there. Ideally, a move below 688, 689 would also put this chart into a very, very bearish context. But also here a possible 1-2 setup. Yeah, and that's my update about the altcoin opportunities. Hope you liked the update. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.